Confluence Cloud just released a new feature on beta that I've been looking forward to for a while, the ability to control access with roles. Now, this doesn't seem that exciting. After all, many systems have role-based access control, or RBAC. Confluence, however, has taken its time to get there. While other Atlassian systems like Jira have the ability to create a custom role or use a set of stock roles, Confluence admins have been stuck having to check a whole bunch of little boxes for each individual or each group they want to add into the permission scheme. This takes a lot of time and is also a bit confusing, especially to new admins. There are also some challenges using it. For example, there is no ability to only allow edit access to content. In the old system, you were forced to provide both the add and edit permission at the same time. This new update, however, has a number of enhancements that make our lives as admins a lot easier. For example, we can select from one of 5 existing stock roles. We can quickly take a look at a list and assign someone viewer or admin, and we don't have to worry about checking every box. We know exactly what they'll get every time. We can also, more importantly, make our own custom roles. You have to be a Confluence admin to do this, but you could have a role that only allows someone to edit content and not create new content, for example. You can have up to 10 custom roles, so you can really split things out and fine-tune access based on your team's needs. Prior to this was very challenging to manage because you had to manage it for each individual or each group that you put in. Additionally, there are some new permissions that will allow you to more finely control how things work and which access you want to give someone. For example, you can now allow someone to manage user access to a space. Prior to this, they would also have to be a space admin to do that. You can allow them to do things like allow anonymous access or archive the whole space, or more importantly, just edit content or just edit blogs. I'm really excited about these updates, so let's pop over into Confluence Cloud Premium and see what they look like. Here we are in Confluence Cloud Premium in my space settings, and the first thing to note is that there is now a users item here. Prior to this update, users and groups would show up under General for access. Instead, it's all in one spot, so I just go to this users menu. And we'll notice some immediate differences. Now, instead of listing groups and users separately, they're all in one area. I have my groups and my individuals listed. I also have this nifty search bar that lets me type in someone's name to quickly see how they are getting access to this space. I can see that Robert is getting access from 3 places, 2 groups, and him as an individual. This helps me understand how they're getting access and maybe make some modifications if I need to. I can easily add new individuals or groups by clicking on Add People, and then just typing in their name. And then I can pick which role they need. Again, we get 5 right out of the box: admin, manager, collaborator, viewer, and view only, that we can easily select, and we know exactly what folks are going to get. It's the same across every space. Once I'm done, I just click Save, and I can see that individual is now added. Now, if I want to see what access this provides, I can just click on View Role Permissions and see exactly what this role gives this individual. Here, they've selected the manager role, and I can see it lets them do things like manage user access or delete anyone's content. It doesn't, however, let them manage everything in the space or export it. So here I can easily see with these checkboxes what this individual can do based on their role. And if I need to, I can change the role to something more appropriate to what they actually do in my organization and then just save. Having built-in roles is a great advantage because I as an admin no longer have to wonder what someone gets when I assign a particular role. And these roles can also be automatically applied when a space is created to specific groups or people. This means I have confidence knowing that when a new space is created, certain people get specific access, and I don't have to worry that I checked the wrong box or double check the line items that I have in there. These built-in roles are great because they give us a single starting point, and I always know what an admin gets or what a manager gets. And this is true across spaces. However, the roles go one step further, and they allow us to make our own custom roles. So we're going to jump back into Confluence, and I'll show you how you can do this as a Confluence admin. Keep in mind, space admins can't do this at this point, so you'll have to work with your Confluence admin to build out these roles to better support your team. As a Confluence admin, I'm just going to go up to my Confluence administration, and I'm just going to search for permissions, and then click on Space Permissions. And there are some new options here. This tab, called Default for New Spaces, lets me add individuals or groups that I want to have access when a new space is created. I can pick their role, and then anytime there's a new space, that's what they get. I can also go to the Roles tab and see what existing roles there are. For example, I can open up View Permissions and see what the admin permission has. I can also scroll down and see what custom roles exist. In this case, I have one called Content Editor, And if I view its permissions, I'll see what this role can do. If I need to, I can also click on Add Custom Role and create a brand new role for my team that lets them do specific things. For example, if I need an archiver, I can come through here and just check off the things that this individual should be able to do. Maybe just archive and comment. And now we can see this role has been added to my list of custom roles. And if I go back to the users in my space and click on the role dropdown, I can now see that that role exists and is selectable. You might be asking yourself though, when can I get this feature? It is in beta, but your Confluence admin should be able to turn it on. Here I am in my Confluence admin panel, and I'm just going to go under settings and look for new features. At the bottom, there will be one called Manage Spaces Access with Roles. Once you turn this on, it can't be turned off. But once your Confluence admin flips it on, your spaces will have the ability to access roles. So before you do this, make sure your team is ready for them and you've thought through the roles you want to use. One thing to keep in mind about roles and permissions in Confluence is that they are additive. In that prior example, if I give someone the archiver role and they don't already have the ability to archive content, that will be added to what they can do. So please be careful about assigning multiple roles to an individual, whether it's through groups or as an individual person, because you will end up stacking more and more permissions onto those people and may accidentally give them too much. That one caveat aside though, I am very excited to see this new feature come live. Having the ability to tailor roles to the needs of my team, but also giving space admins the ability to easily select a role and know what they get every single time is going to be massively time saving and also reduce a ton of frustration. Many new space admins I work with have challenges understanding how permissions work, and by changing them almost across the board into this more useful and more approachable method is going to help out everyone. Additionally, the new permissions are going to be incredibly useful. Being able to do things like just edit content instead of create it is top of mind for me, and now I can do that in Confluence. Again, turning this beta feature on is very straightforward, but you can't go back. So make sure your team is ready for this new update. That said, I think you'll find it incredibly useful. It's going to simplify your ability to manage your Confluence space and make it much easier for everyone on your team to understand what's going on and to better manage your permissions. I'm curious to hear your thoughts though down in the comments. What do you think of this new update? Did you like the old way of handling permissions or did you have frustrations with it? Please drop a comment below and also take a look at the links. I've included some resources from Confluence as well as links to my Discord community where you can chat about this update and many others in real time. And of course, if you like this content, please like it so others can find it more easily and subscribe to the channel to get constant updates. If you do want to support what I'm doing though, you can also become a channel member and get early access to videos. Thank you so much for learning with me. I'm really excited for this feature. I hope you are too, and I'll see you in one of these again soon.
Me again. Thank you so much for watching that video. Check out more here and pop down into the description. I've got a blog with weekly content. I also have a lot of online learning on Atlassian stuff and project management. And if you need personalized training for you and your team, reach out and let me know. I'll be happy to get something set up for you. Thanks again for watching, and I'm looking forward to seeing you here again soon.